really the last six months,
right.
since we relaunched Going Live, since you've been here.
That's right.
And it was very hard. I mean, you see how much fun we have every day, but I would say out of everything, my favorite was swimming with the dolphins at Marine Land. It's something I've always, growing up in Florida, you see like Discovery Cove. I didn't even know about Marine Land. And the fact that it's like right in our backyard, and I finally got to do it as a 37-year-old. It was like the best day
it really
ever.
was. It was a one-of-a-kind experience. I think that was like the second thing I did with you guys.
It was a big,
Right, and so like right out of the gate, we just set the tone with awesome.
Yep,
right?
and then we did the indoor skydiving like right after that too.
Right,
so.
it was amazing. I mean, that was actually a really stunning deal. This is so cool when they come up behind you.
Oh,
and
that's
each
the
one
best
grabs
part.
a foot and then gets you up in the sky. I tell people about that, and they're like, "What? No!" And you're like, "Yeah." They like get you out of the pool, and
it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
Yeah. So one of my favorite is when my band Dakar got to perform on the show live. That was a really, really nerve-wracking
And it was
day.
cool how you did it too, going from the main set.
Yeah, that was really neat.
To the stage. There he is.
Played right along. Yeah, that was so much fun. I was so right there. I'm telling you, I was so nervous.
Because what show was that? It wasn't the first show that we
was
did
like the
live.
first week. I think it was the third show we did. Right, so I was super nervous for the very first show when we go live and stuff. The both of us were just like eaten up with jitters, and then the second day was like largely pretty cool. And then we come back on the third day to do this, and I was like, oh wow, and all the nerves just hit again. It was awesome. That was such a stellar deal, though. I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, I'm glad we got more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, now it's wild. I'm like doing jumping jacks before we get started to get the blood flowing and stuff, because it's like you settle in and things slow down really nicely. It's pretty cool.
All right, so our producer Sarah's favorite moment is when we went to Disney World for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. That was a lot of fun.
Look at that exercise move. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but I loved it. And it was hot that day. Oh my gosh. But that was so much fun. I agree with you, Sarah. That was a great moment.
Yeah,
what about Natalia's?
That was really great. So Natalia's favorite moment was when we went horseback riding in Amelia Island.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about beautiful. Like, what a stunning experience. It was really cool. They were great. Hooked us up with some really cool horses. My guy was he was a little, he was young apparently, right? So he was a little rascally. It was cool.
Oh, the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we got closer to each other, they wanted to fight. There's a pecking order, apparently. All right, well, our other producer, Fred's favorite moment was when he produced, wrote, did everything for the Hispanic Heritage Month show.
Yeah,
he was
cool.
very, very proud of it. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
and I was proud of him, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I was super. That was one of my favorite shows that we've done. It was amazing. He worked so hard on that, because not only did he have to do his normal gig, but then he had to set that whole show up as well. So he did a great job. Oh, it's our Rape Up Please, guys. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
And the performers, that was a great one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we can't forget about our executive producer.
That's right, executive producer. Justin's favorite memory is our first Ghost Living show. That's one that he worked a whole, really, really hard on. He did a fantastic job putting all that kind of stuff together, creating this this new little intro that we did. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, Paul, we've had him on the show before. He's been here for over 20 years, I believe. He does a little bit of everything, and he really helped us out with that for us
Paul
to transform. Oh, have fun. I loved that. That was so much. It was very hard to pick the best.
It was super hard to pick. Like I said, getting the tattoo live on air was pretty amazing. Yep. There's a ton. It's really rad.
Yeah,
it's really super cool.
That was so much fun. Okay, well, are you ready for some disco?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm not talking about the music. We'll get to some Jack's Jams a little bit later, but Alexis Dillard of Disco Dolly